don't mind me, as I am just casually prepping at the last second. Okay. So, fun fact, I guess. Okay. Let people know that the stream is live. Oh, wait. I still gotta... Okay, alright. So to let people know that the stream was live. Ooh, okay. That was hectic. So, like, actually, let me go to... Oh, whoops. Whoops. Would help if I booted up my model. Come on. Of course, when I'm running late is when, whatchamacallit, when OBS wants to say, hey, do you want to get this latest update? And I'm like, no, OBS, not now. I know all your updates are in beta, and I'm sure some of your updates are fixing some of the common problems that people are running into, but I'm not doing this right now, not when it's 8:30 on the dot. I should have booted up better. I should have booted it up earlier. So I'm gonna be experimenting with some stuff today. All right. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right. Okay. No, I'm running late. It's funny. I haven't heard from Silva today. Oh, it would help if I turned on the light so that way my camera could actually track me. Lighting is kind of important. So it's been hectic. but it didn't have to be hectic. It was one of those things where I did nothing all day long, and then I had a flurry of activity at the very end of the day, and it was just really crazy. We're gonna be flying by the seat of our pants, working on some of the settings today. I want to go over some of the changes I made, and I'm gonna be doing. I know I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna be doing a display capture because I'm having trouble catching all of the windows of RPG Maker, and like it's just there are so many windows that I just cannot make enough things to prep for it, and I'm going to make it. I think I'm going to try studio mode, see if I can set that up. We'll see. We'll see. No sign of Silva though. Maybe I'll see if they're coming. But yeah, chat, how was your week? You get anything exciting done this week? Okay. I hope my yawn doesn't get contagious. So, since I've been working on so much stuff, on my last stream I mentioned that I had won a contest to get an entrance to Sapphire's character creation course, and so I started that. Still need to go further because I want to do it whenever I'm like focused and in the moment, because I don't want to just like force my way through it, because I feel like if I wanted to, as short as those videos are, I could force my way through all of the videos in probably like 2 days. But I don't know how much I'd learn from that. And I know I have a very short attention span, which is why I want to take the videos one step at a time. I'm trying to take them one chapter. Hey Silva, how was your week, Silva? But yeah, so I did the first section. It's been a week. Oh, what happened, Silva? I mean, I don't mean to make you break NDA. I don't know if you're under contract or whatever that you can't talk about what happened, but if you're free to talk about it, you're always welcome to. Just some work stuff? That sounds rough. That sounds rough. Yeah. So I started Sapphire's character creation course. I did the introduction. And that was really interesting. Oh, that's really rough, Silva. What GPU did you get though? You said it's a 20% better than your current one? Oh, okay. It's still definitely a step up, though. I don't know what CPU you have, but as long as you have a strong CPU, you should definitely be able to utilize that extra graphical processing power. It's 20% cooler. Okay. All right. Is that like being 30% faster, only better? You don't have to go into all your specs here, but oh, is your CPU the same CPU that I'm getting for mine? That's funny. That's really funny. Well, I know that at that point you're probably going to be CPU bound, so you're probably going to want a stronger CPU. I'm not sure if the motherboard's going to have a whole lot to do with it at that point, as long as you have your Wi-Fi and stuff through other sources. But I definitely suggest getting a 5600, a Ryzen 5 5600, either a 5600 or a 5600X. Will probably be able to get the most out of that GPU, and it should be really cheap right now. I mean, the 5600X not so much, but the 5600 should definitely be really cheap. Yes, your motherboard can take it. If your motherboard can take the 536, I mean, you gotta update your firmware. You're gonna need to update your firmware, but yeah. But that's funny. You have the exact same model CPU right now as what I'm getting in mine. That's hilarious. That's funny. So you ordered your stuff and now you just gotta wait for it to arrive and hope to ride out the hurricane. What hurricane is this? What's this one's name? Probably gonna be Ian. Ah, Hermione formed over the Atlantic already. Okay. I think it's funny how we name the storms and it gives them so much personality. Yes, then you have Gaston. No one blows like Gaston. No one spins like Gaston. No one hits with big hurricane winds like Gaston. We both have the same thought. We both have the same thought, Silva. So for me, it's been an interesting week. Like, trying to, like, trying to carve out time to do writing, to do more creative stuff, and to just be more present in life has been this interesting challenge. And there's so many things pulling me in so many different directions. And like, I know with some things I'm going to have to stand up to people, and that's going to be hard. That's always difficult. Like, for instance, this Sunday, one of the people I live with, I hesitate, like sometimes I refer, like if I want to save word count for like tweets and stuff, I refer to him as my roommate, but there's so many of us squeezed into the living room that it feels disingenuous because he's not the only roommate, but it's whatever. But yeah, he was talking to me yesterday after while I was trying to watch Critical Role, and was like, hey, I'm gonna be off Sunday. Let's, I'll see if I can take you somewhere to get you out of the house. And I'm like, I don't know what I feel about that because I know I'm probably gonna end up paying for stuff, right? I'm gonna end up paying for stuff, and it's probably gonna get added onto the tab of what people owe me. And I don't really want to go out and spend money right now. Like maybe we could go to Burger King or something and get like a bite to eat, but I don't want to go all the way to the card shop. I don't want to go, like, especially going to a card shop that I've never been to before without actually going to attend a tournament. So it's like, what am I going to be doing at the card shop? Just walking around, looking around, and then dealing with him saying, I want this, I want that. So maybe I'll talk to him about that. But it's always hard when you have to talk to people, because like you don't always know how they're going to react, right? And people are complicated. Like events in video games and NPCs and all that stuff and characters I write, those can all act rationally. But people are hard. Oh, I just had a meeting the other day with someone new who might be joining my Lancer game on Sundays, which is nice. That's definitely really exciting. That's going to be really fun. Having another player for the Lancer game. I've been watching so many tutorials about RPG Maker MV and how to build stuff in it and trying to crank out stuff, but it's hard. So it's like, one of the things I was learning about recently was about like goal setting, and I realized that like the 200 word count thing for my writing challenge was so good and so effective because it was measurable. There was a way to measure and say, every single day I will complete X thing, right? There's hey Nekomaji, like there was a time that it's going to happen every day, though there's not really a time of saying I'll do it for 30 days or I'll do it for whatever. It's kind of like a whenever the story gets done. So it's not a fully made goal, right? Because normally you want your goals to be bound by whatchamacallit, time, where you have like a deadline that you're trying to complete the goal in. And for me, I don't really have a deadline as much as it's just I'm trying to complete the thing. So how was your week, Nekomashi? What'd you get up to this week? But yeah, so like with the writing thing, I have this easily measurable thing that is the word count. Finished an anime and a manga, also idly working on a few other ideas. Oh, that's great. I'm excited for you, Nekomaji. But then with game design, there isn't like complete X number of words of code. There isn't like, hey, goldfish, how are you doing? How was your week, goldfish? Also, before I forget, I'm going to share in artwork. I forgot to share. Had a birthday, had some cake, wrote some stuff. Hey, that sounds like a great week, goldfish. So I'm gonna share in the artwork section of my Discord the 2 new thumbnails I made the other day. Cool. That processed pretty good. They're very simple. They're very general, but I like them. What type of cake did you have, goldfish? Ooh, buttercream icing. I remember that, kind of. It's been a long time since I had that kind of stuff because, like, on the one hand, I'm diabetic, so I couldn't eat cake anyway. But even if I wasn't diabetic, I'm also vegan. Um, so most, except for getting specially made cakes, most cake is kind of out the window for me. I haven't had a goldfish. I remember you posted the first chapter of your novel up. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. Nekomaji, I think I sent you a DM on Discord to let you know about that because I remember you were interested. So part of this, like, maintaining forward momentum with writing is I have to keep telling myself, hey, it's definitely welcome, and I'm sure it's a chance for us. It's a chance for people to get feedback and to you know, share their thoughts. Yeah, I did comment on yours, Nekomaji. I did respond to yours, but I sent you a DM because I knew you were interested in fantasy stuff, and Goldfish is working on a fantasy novel, so I thought you might be interested in knowing that Goldfish had posted their chapter 1. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning so much today. It's terrible. So one thing One thing I've been noticing with my roommate and with other people is that like it's it's really easy whenever it comes to interacting with people for there to be these major miscommunications just because of the different life experiences and the different understandings different people have. Like, so my roommate was telling me, well, I can help you get these other drinks in case you get tired of always drinking unsweetened tea. And I had to try to like reinforce to him, I don't get tired of things. I'm not going to get tired of unsweetened tea. And then whenever some of the people in the house were shopping and they asked me what I wanted, I didn't tell them to get me more tea. Um, Honestly, it was because I forgot, but also I feel like I've been drinking too much tea and I need to drink more water. That doesn't mean I got sick of tea. It just means that I made the decision that I wanted to drink more water. You know what I mean? You see how that, like, oh, are you yawning too, Nekomaji? Why? Why did the auto mod catch that? What? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that post. I'm so confused. Auto mod, go home. You're drunk. But trying to interact with someone. I don't know, Nekomaji. Maybe auto mod just doesn't like you. This is not a great start to the stream. I know we do chill vibes, but we don't want to be falling asleep. Goodness gravy. Yes. Like I'm glad you see where I'm coming from, Nekomaji. But you know how sometimes you make a decision that, hey, I need to make this change in my diet, and it doesn't mean you got sick of the other foods. It means that you were like, hey, I want to make this change in my diet. And like then he started saying, well, tea has water in it, so by extension tea is water. And I'm like, that's that's not that's not how any of that works. But sometimes you kind of have to accept that the other person isn't going to understand where you're coming from, and it's just not. That's good goldfish. Really, Nekomaji? That's interesting. I've also noticed I've picked up. They're awful, but they exist. Oh no, Nekomaji. Were you subjected to trying them? How do they taste? water with water enhancers. I love trying new stuff. Tea and coffee flavors was awful. Oh goodness. I know some of the people I live with have um this thing where it's like it's a water bottle and you put like a packet in this little container in the top of the water bottle, and then the water flows through the packet and it adds flavor to the water coming out of the water bottle. And a lot of that's just unusual to me because the place I lived before this, uh I don't know what it's called, Nekomaji. But the place I lived before this, everybody drank water. For the most part, we all just drank water. So, like, cause the place I lived before this had a filter, so they had filtered water. They had like a special faucet that spit out filtered water. Um, so being at a place where everybody's drinking like soda, uh, and and energy drinks and all of that stuff is just really bizarre to me. It's definitely interesting. Oh, was there some update in how my Stream Elements displays the chat? I just realized your like closed eyes laughing face Nekomaji doesn't have that cursed thing where the eyes are outlined like the rest of the letters. Interesting. Ugh. Buy 2 get 3 free on 12 packs. Oh my gosh. That's one way to move product, I guess. I just wonder, do they even make profit on that, or are they just trying to lessen their loss? Just got me thinking. Heavy coffee drinkers, okay. Ah, I see, Rolling King. Welcome in. How was your week, Rolling King? Alright, so here in a little bit, we're going to be moving over to the main point of the stream, going to the RPG Maker, but I just like having... Oh, you got some stuff done? Do you want to share what you got done, Rolling King? I'm always excited to hear about what other people are working on. And you're okay if I call you King? Just because it's easier to say one word than two, or do you prefer rolling? Alright, so... I usually like to, for anyone who's new here, I usually like to take the first 30 minutes or so of stream just to chat and have some free talk time before we get into the actual point of the stream. And I find that that sets a nice tone of some chill and fun times. So if you're wondering why I didn't jump straight into RPG Maker, that's why. Alright. But we can keep talking after I jump into RPG Maker. So this map looks very different from how it looked before. I made a lot of changes to the map in order to make changes to progression. And we have an entirely different plot layout here. And in order to set up some things, this thing right here is going to make it so you can't just walk from the starter town to the Blue King's castle. You have to actually get the boat. And the progression here is that you go to the starter village. I'm probably going to have the player start in the starter village, but just for testing, I have the player starting out here, and I have the old man give you the boat. And you're going to start in the starter village, go on a quest in this, go through the caverns to somehow gain the boat. I haven't figured out how I'm going to logically explain it. In my notes, I said that it's going to be just you get the keys to the boat, but I'm not sure how well that fits. Kind of weird. But then once you get the boat, the player is going to have a choice. Do they head straight to the Demon King's castle, or do they head to the Blue King's castle? And there's going to be a hidden secret that if the player chooses to walk to the chooses to walk to the Blue King's castle, they're going to enter a hidden map from right here. That's going to take them into a forest map where they're going to meet they're going to meet a optional character, which I still have to figure out how all of that works. Like, and I still have to tweak some of the battle stuff. Thank you, Goldfish. Let me. I gotta find out if there's some way to change the mapping to map things to WASD instead of the arrow keys, just to make it easier for testing. But we'll see. Oh no! Jinxed by food, water talk. I have to make a store run. Oh no! So, because I have that event there set as same as players, you can't walk past it. Eventually I'm going to change that event and have it set so it'll take you into the forest. Now... and then you can choose, but the thing is, you can't take this boat over to the Cloud King's castle. I still have to do sound design. And this is what I have so far for the Blue King's castle. It's very random, and I'm probably going to have to do a lot of changes to it. I saw one of the game design things I saw said you want to design one of your last map first, because your first map is going to be the one that has to engage the players and has to draw the players in, and by the time you're designing your first map, if you're building your first map last, you'll have a much better grasp on map design than you did when you built your first map. So thank you, Goldfish. They're gonna have stuff in here. These buildings, I haven't designed the inside. Okay, I was kind of random with the windows, so that might need to get adjusted because that just looks bizarre. There is no rhyme or reason to those windows. These ones over here look all right. Like those ones look all right. We're gonna have side entrances on either side of the castle. That's what I have so far. Okay, Silva. Well, I'm glad you had fun. Okay. So this is, I'm so used to in Foundry where you can right click and drag maps around that I keep trying to do that. These windows aren't bad, but they're kind of bizarre on the castle. So I'm thinking I might, because the scale on this castle is kind of bizarre. I don't want to do this. I might make these buildings a little bit smaller. Okay, one thing I'm definitely doing. Fixing those windows. Actually, I'm going to turn this building into 2 buildings. I have... Oh, whoops. That's the story. So I have a plan for all of the maps I want to make. And in the Blue King's Castle, I have the castle, and I want to have the item shop, weapon shop, armor shop, and dungeon entered from inside the castle. 1 miscellaneous house and a temple where the players can go to get healing. But I think I'm gonna alter this a little bit because I don't want this one house to just be so huge. Like, cause that house is just massive. Okay. All right. There we go. That's better. I like that house design a little bit better. I might even make it a little bit smaller. Yeah. There we go. That's a nice little house. This one's supposed to be the temple, and it looks kind of gaudy and huge, as temples are ought to do. Because this building's already big. Like, from the player's perspective, it's like 2 stories tall. Do I want to make this a little smaller? There we go. I like that window design a little bit better. What'd you have for lunch, Silva? You know what? We're gonna make this a little bit smaller. Hey, we won't have any of that talk around here, Silva. Don't be down on yourself like that. There we go, that's better. I've got this whole other area over here. Could put another building. Or I could put forests. I could definitely put forests over here. Koi pond. Ooh, I could put a pond outside of the temple. Some lily pads. Little bush on one side. Then maybe Oh, that's like a pool. Okay, Okusen, I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. There we go. No, not liking that. Oh. Put some bushes. Actually, this will probably make a better bush. Okay. All right. So now we've got a little garden around the pond. I don't think I have a way to put fish in it, but I think a nice little lily pad covered pond with a little bush in the middle. I think that's a nice little start. I'm glad you approve, Goldfish. Okay, now let's see. What do I want over here? See, maybe do some farmland or something? So this is the miscellaneous house that's just not anything. Ooh, wait, hold up. These are some cool decorations I could put. Okay, let's put a chimney right there. And a chimney right there. There we go. That's more even. I like it better when it's even. One, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. Let me see. Oh. No, that's better for... It's better for a fireplace. I'll probably put a fire pit around the other one. put some flowers around it. There we go. Nice flower-filled pond right beside the temple. Can I move this over one more? That's 1, 2, 1, 2. But it is even. It's just big. It's just really big. Okay, so over here, I think I'll set up a little farmland area in this space over here. I could. That might fill the spot better. Let me take a look. I'm just not sold on it. There we go. So now it's not butting right up against it. No, that doesn't sit well. So now it's a long. Put 2 chimneys on it because it's a larger building. Okay. Ooh. Now let's see, what do they have that I could use for farmland? No. No. Do they not have a farm? Oh, there. No, that's not farm. There we go. There's farmland texture. Okay, and then I'll put another building. I'll probably put a hill on the other side. My mind just went straight Minecraft, and I'm like, where's the water source? Scarecrow right there. But oh, no, that doesn't look enough like a well. That, however, could look like a well. There we go. Okay. It's got a row of trees. Got a scarecrow in the middle. And somewhere along here where... Here we go, crops. I have to remember, this isn't Minecraft. They're gonna have a whole... They're not gonna be doing alternating rows. Hey, Purrs, how are you doing? So you working on anything? You doing anything creative recently, Purrs? I always love to hear about what people are doing. Let's put pile of wood right there. Fight the Minecraft logic? Yeah, I do need to fight the Minecraft logic. So this is I'm gonna get 2 crates of carrots, so I'm gonna make this a whole field of carrots. Oh no! That was on A. One of these days I'm gonna memorize what's on what. There we go. Yeah, 2 things probably works. Okay. probably do half the field of carrots and the other half. Yeah, let's do carrots and wheat. Whoops. All right. Or there's enough space here for two. There's enough space here for two fields. There we go. So we've got carrots. That stuck out too far. Okay. Alright, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go here. Oh, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So no matter what I do, it's going to be off center. But 1, 2, 3, then boom. So it's somewhere here. Okay. Kind of like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's nowhere this is going to be. 1, 3. 1, 2. There we go. Cool. Okay. Wooden fence. Do I have wooden fence? Is that a signpost or a fence? Yeah, I could. So it goes all the way to the tree cover. Or do I pull back? Might pull back one. I have the fences. Would I move the entire... Hold on. Yeah, I could move the tree line up one, or... Hold on. Move that over one. Move the tree line, but I kind of like the double tree line. But I do also like the look of having fences all the way around. Oh, whoop. I just realized the carrot thing is significantly larger. No, this is far up. We're at the top of the map. Like, yeah, there we go. I have a little... There we go. Let me save what we've got so far. Gonna leave that there, and then... Okay, got those. Then I'll put the well between the two buildings. Barrel out front. Wood pile off to the side behind the church. All right. I do still have to put the events on here. I do have to put the NPCs and stuff on here. But for now, I just wanted to actually build the map. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with it. I'd say I'm willing to call like the windows are kind of bizarre on. Okay, that was not what I wanted. Okay, hold on. Let's see, how do I do this? 'Cause this looks really, like, this one's fine. This one's 5 wide. That's fine. There we go. That looks a little bit neater. Let's get these windows more uniform. We're gonna stick to middle. Symmetry is always nice. I'm gonna stick to the middle way windows. Let me get. Would help if I go. That's a type of chimney, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's off center, but I guess that's going to be part of the charm. Yeah, visually interesting. That's one way to put it. Oh, it would help if I had windows up here. Okay, so it's a little bit uneven on that side, but that's okay. Okay. Let's zoom out and take a look at this map as a whole. I think it extends past 3. There's more room to put more stuff over there. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna put over here. Probably put some statues or something. 1, 3. There we go. That gives more room for stuff. Alright, so now it's visually consistent. That over one more. Ooh. This area over here is just empty because the player can't actually get over there. But in the world map, it looks like there's a giant forest around here. So let's so now we get... Oh my gosh, fighting with this layering system is definitely something else. Okay, so there's that side. Probably fit one more tree right there. Hey, there we go. Fit one more tree in there. Just took a few more tries. This is what I get for making a 50 by 50 map. Thank you, Goldfish. Thank you, Silva. Okay. And I can have this extending off the page. Okay. Hold on one second. Yeah, I am. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. So it's one thing about being diabetic. Did that fit? That did fit. Okay. That like I don't there's a lot of stuff I just can't have. How did I do it? Did I? Yeah, I had to continue off this side. Okay. Nope. Then I just need... Whoops. There we go. That's faster than drawing out each and every tree individually. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. No, that's not what I want. I just want that. There we go. Awesome. We are in business. This is slowly starting to look like there we go. Hey, look at that. Oh, whoop. Not doing that. So have the forests out there, which is good. I could maybe squeeze a couple more trees in there, but I'm fine with leaving some space. So then on this part out here, because I have a little bit of clutter up here that adds some personality to these ones. Just a little bit of clutter. Ooh. Ooh, I have an idea. I just had an idea. Directly behind the well and off the beaten path, we are gonna have a little cemetery. Gonna make sure to leave room for the players to walk up, and I'll probably put some like interactable stuff. It's got a little cemetery. So one video I saw about designing maps talked about how having clutter can add a lot of personality to the maps. Not too much clutter, but just enough to add personality and definition to the map. I actually might continue that tree line all the way down. Because this kingdom is supposed to be surrounded by forests. So all that's left is this side entrance stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to put a fire pit somewhere up there. That's more of a camping thing. I could put some crates on the second floor of the castle. Have it defined as a place where people go, so that way that's gonna be where some NPCs are found. A place for viewing the kingdom and maybe a little bit of storage. Don't know yet. Ah. Ooh. Alright, let me zoom out and take a look at the map now. I think the last place I have left to really fight with stuff is this stuff around the sides. Probably put some statues. Let's take a look at some of the statues we got. I think there are some statues over here. Yes, there are. Let's make a little statue garden. Then we'll put what I want. I want no, I'll probably just put the statues there and leave it at that. Something simple, no need to overclutter it. I'll have different statues on this side. Okay. No need to go all crazy about it. Ooh. I'm also proud of myself because I really could have just use the sample maps, and I was tempted. So the game comes with these sample maps, and there's one that's like, there's castle ones, and the castle ones come with internal maps with them, right? And I will admit, it was tempting. It was really tempting to just use the sample maps. But the one thing I had to think about was like, okay, eventually, right? Like everyone has seen the sample maps. Thank you, Goldfish. Everyone apparently who's like done and made games in RPG Maker has seen the sample maps. This version, I'm working on MV. MV has been around for coming up on like came out like 2015. So yeah, 7 years, I think, or 6 years, in that ballpark. And everyone's seen these sample maps. So if the point, like, while it is true that this first game isn't a game I plan to release to the public, it's just going to be a goofy game I'm working on just to get the kinks out of it. I don't learn anything if I'm not actually building the maps. If I just crank out sample maps and don't have to design anything, I don't really expand my skill set. Albeit, it's borderline hypocritical because I'm doing that for the combat system. Like, I got the full database for the classes and the skills and the items. I got the full database downloaded for all of these things. I'll probably make a couple special things. But this is I haven't actually looked at these yet. This is a very simple. It's a very simple thing. I'm gonna have to play around a lot with the Jeez. How much? These things get pricey. Huh. See, now my brain is starting to go into like, oh, look at these, and wanted to look at the take apart the combat system. Oh. The robes boost magic attack and magic defense. That's interesting. Ah, there are things that give magic defense and regular defense. Okay. And they're accessories. Okay. I could go into these for a while. Like looking at all these things that they give me. Slime is the starter enemy. It's 50 gold. Okay, so that's what they're working with. Sorry, I got distracted dealing with that, and it's really easy for me to get distracted. We're not tinkering with the combat system, we're tinkering with the maps today. I have a separate stream where I tinker with the combat system and placement, and I'll probably do a bunch of test things where I run around and play through the game's dungeons. It's also funny because the default system is so very much designed for a fantasy game, and but my main game that I'm planning to do is going to be a sci-fi game. Thankfully, there are sci-fi things. Like if I go to not load, edit, you can see that I can set the tile site to sci-fi outside, sci-fi inside. So I can change that. I also need to set background music. One thing I need to learn is if it's possible to adjust the volume of the background music in the setting, because man, it blares loud. The background music is just so loud. Like I had to turn it off when I was running my test games. Okay. All right, so Blue King's Castle, we've got the castle, one miscellaneous house, temple where players can do their healing. So we've got that done. Now I have to design the inside of each of these maps. Okay, so that's done. Next up, if I go with the Blue King's Castle, just keeping it moving. I'm not ready to design the entire inside of the castle right now because I still need to work out a lot of what I want on the inside and how big I want the inside to be. But the miscellaneous house and the temple I can work on. So how big do I want this house to be? So just looking at it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 7 by 5. So I probably want it to be. I could probably get away with it being like this size. What size is this? 17 by 13 is the default small size. So I could probably get away with that. Okay. So now we've got the inside stuff. Now, let's start working on the inside. I haven't done any inside. I've done a little bit of outside. I've done a little bit of overworld map. This is my first time doing inside stuff. Okay, what do I got here for flooring? I want to see something real quick. Just want to poke around with something real quick. Wood as a brick exterior. Huh. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I can make it better. Yeah, so that was an option called generate dungeon, where you can have it generate a randomly generate a dungeon for you. And I decided to try that out to see what it looked like if I did that on such a small scale. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that was 6, and then that'll be where the door is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great, awesome. So now that I have the inside and outside at least planned out, I can make it. I'm gonna use the quick doors just because they're easy. This is one function I am going to do. Quick door. Okay, so there we go. So now there's a door that's connecting those two maps. Next, I want the door sound. That's the only reason I'm using the door for this, because I feel like this might be the wrong look for this. Okay, took off the thing. Okay. Now let me run a test. To make sure the doors connect properly. Soon I will build the castle. I might put more statues, make this whole area into like a statue garden. That's a lot of empty space. So you see there's the door there. Takes me into this room. All right. Okay. This place is starting to come together. So I've got the entrance. It's going to be a little temple. And got the little graveyards. And I made sure to leave space so that way the players could walk back and forth up there. That was good. I'm still debating putting like more trees all the way around. I'm wondering how that would look. Just having a whole line of trees all the way around. All this area up here just being trees. Might put a hidden item up here. Okay, can walk through all the flowers. Okay. Okay. All right, now let's get back to making this house. So, let's... Well, the first thing you need in a house is... Oh, also, let me... Back left is where the oven needs to be for the stove. So, let's put that in first, actually. Is there not a... Is there not like a fireplace? Come on now. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was about to say. There we go. What would I do if I had a wall, if I had a room that was more than 2 high? Jeez. Okay, so we've got that started. Now, normally near the fireplace you would have beds. So let's get... Because you I want to have... Well, you want to sleep near where it's warm, Silva. Like in the wintertime, you want to sleep where it's warm, so you want to sleep near the heating area. There's usually at least a sitting area that's around it. If not sleeping area, there's usually at least a sitting area that's around it. Alright, let's look at carpets. Let's see what we've got here. We have carpets? Is that a thing that we get in this tile set? I still don't know what this R section is for. I don't know what that does. Is this carpet? Yes, okay, we got carpet. We got a little bit of carpet. And let's put a chair. We have a chair. We have dining room tables. Not that big of a chair. That's like a throne. Oh, this might work. Okay. I wish there was a way to rotate things. Seeing that that stream elements thing reminds me I need to update that instead of advertising my Ko-Fi to update to just advertise my PayPal link. Because Ko-Fi takes a percentage of whatever gets donated, and I don't like that. And if it's gonna see, Ko-Fi is weird because like they take a percentage of what's donated, but they don't offer any real functionality. Like, I don't know, maybe you could use Ko-Fi with a credit card or something, but whatever that like just giving my paypal.me link like offers. Like the paypal.me just does a lot of the same things Ko-Fi does, for me at least, because I'm not selling items. If I was selling items, I would need, or if I was offering like memberships and stuff, then I would use Ko-Fi. All right, let's see. got here? What else do I put in this place? All right, let's put a bed. Nope. So we've got a bed. All right, this is breaking my brain right now. Because this is supposed to be a fantasy world, right? This is supposed to be a fantasy world, medieval fantasy, right? You would need, like, a lot of times the fireplace would be where you would cook food. So they have a regular, like, range top stove here. Like, where would I even put that? All right. Well, we've got a lot of stuff done. We got the blue castle done. We got started on the villager house. It's going to take a lot more work. I'm going to work on it further throughout the weekend and into the coming week. So that'll definitely be something. That'll definitely be something to experience and to poke around with. This internal, like, I've been fighting with the external tile set for so long that it's a different animal working with the internal tile set, actually. Now I have to get used to a whole, like, I was just learning where all of the outside maps were. Maybe I'll do all of the outside maps first, just so I can get in that flow of designing, and then do all the interiors later, maybe. That might end up being what I'm doing, just because I was in such a groove with the outside buildings. More research is definitely required, but let me save what we've got so far. Yeah, That's what I'm thinking I might do, Goldfish. Just do all the outside maps. Alright, let's head back to just chatting as we wind down for the night. We're not doing the full 3 hours tonight. This like stuff has taken a bunch out of me. And I'm getting hungry, so I probably am gonna make myself a snack coming up here soon. But yeah, did you all enjoy tonight? Seemed like there was some interaction and some feedback from people. I saw that there was a good number of people that were coming through or stopping by to watch and to watch my amateurish exploration of the RPG Maker system. Yeah, Goldfish, you seem like you were really into helping out. You were having a lot of really great ideas. Have you ever considered dabbling in game design yourself, Goldfish? Yes, the castle map did look really cool. Oh, you did? Out of curiosity, did you pick up one of the RPG makers when they were on sale the other day for their for the whatchamacallit week-long sale? Villages, towns, NPCs, plotting. Yeah, it uses a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's weird because like I'm learning RPG Maker. Well, that's okay, Goldfish. It's okay to be focused on one thing. As long as you're getting that thing done and you're making progress on it, you're, you know, you're moving forward, and that's what's important. Part of me wonders if it was a mistake picking it up myself, but like I've wanted to do something like this. Like even like when I was a kid, I dreamed of doing game design, and like I'm surprised that as much as my parents encouraged me to try to monetize my hobbies, that this was never on their radar. Thank you, Goldfish. I'm trying to keep moving and keep doing stuff. I did some really good writing. I actually cranked out 1,000 words earlier tonight when I was writing for my novel. It was really good, but I'm a little bit worried that chapter got a little bit bloated and might have gotten away from me a little bit. So I might end up going back and breaking things up, but I have to keep telling myself, especially when it comes to writing, that I'm working on the first draft. I will edit it when the first draft is done. The first draft is done, I will go back and I will edit it. I will reread it, self-edit, ask other people to read it. Okay, Silva, well we're just winding down here anyway, so thanks for hanging around. Good night, Silva, get some rest. That's really great, Goldfish. You got 1K over this week? That's really exciting. Were you doing the 200 words a day thing? Are you on this 200 words a day journey that the rest of us are are kind of, well, not the rest of us, but at least some of us are probably just me are trekking on. But it's this interesting thing because, like, oh, that's really great, Goldfish. I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. I gotta sit down and read your chapter that you posted. I haven't had a chance to sit down and do that. I've been so busy with other things. But yeah, with RPG Maker, it's been this interesting experience because, like, when I decided I wanted to get RPG Maker because I'd seen some stuff about it, I'd heard about it, I heard that it was so simple that kids could do it. Well, not simple, but so doable. And I heard all these stories of people making games when they were like 10, 12, 13 years old. It didn't click in my head that if you have a game engine that's so easily accessible, a lot of bad games are going to get made with it, and it's going to have a reputation of, oh, it's an RPG Maker game, so it's you know, it's not going to get much notice outside of other RPG Maker games. So for my first game, that's not a problem because that's just me learning the ropes. That's just me trying to actually complete a game, right? But for my second game, I want that to actually be a game, and I would like it to be something that people play, even if it's just a few people. But it's hard knowing that I'm working with this handicap of, like, it's not really a handicap because I don't know. So, like, I'm trying not to get my hopes up, but, like, the thought of actually releasing or selling a game just seems so far off, right? I haven't even completed my first game, much less completed an actual game that I want to sell, because there's no way I'm selling the first game. The first game is just going to be a mindless, well, not mindless, but a very simplistic fantasy story. Retrieve the artifact. Take the artifact to the pedestal. So with your outline done, Goldfish, do you have ideas of how many chapters your novel is going to be, or is that still up in the air? Indie devs have some success. Yes, itch.io, yeah, .itch.io and stuff. Yeah. Part of me is just wondering, what is it going to be about my game that's going to draw people in and make them want to play my game? Because making a game is a big undertaking, and if nobody plays it, it feels, I don't know. Perspective changes. That's important. Yeah, I think didn't you mention something about that, where, like, you're told your stories are just like happening in reverse of the order that you're writing them. So you're writing the last story first. What? Oh, so you're trying to actually publish your short stories by the end of the year. That. So that's like in the next like 2 to 3 months. You're talking about cranking that out. Holy cow, like 2.5 months, I think it is. Kindle Direct Publishing via ebook. Okay. That is bold, Goldfish. But still, like, even if it's just a short story, that's still a line that you have crossed, an accomplishment you will have done of having published work. So believe it or not, I actually have a published essay from when I was in high school. It was this thing. It was totally a scam. Like looking back on it, it was totally a scam. Where like you submit your essays, and the top essays are selected to be published in this book of essays. And they were trying to sell those books of essays to the parents of the kids who submitted their essays. So even though entering was free, they were trying to sell your parents a copy of the book. In order to say, hey, you'll now be a published author, so then you can put that on your resume that your essay was published in this collection of published essays of like high school student essays or whatever. So that's the only like published work I have. But I'm excited for you, Goldfish. That's gonna be great that you're gonna have something creative that you've put time and effort into actually published. Yeah, I can see that. When I looked up how much it costs to get an editor for a novel, that just blew me away. Like, it didn't occur to me that, like, hey, these people need to be paid for their time, and it takes a long time to read and give corrections and edits and stuff for a novel. That costs money. But it's also one of these things with like society that like it's whenever you think about something, it can be really easy to forget that the people who are providing that service or good need to get paid. So that means by extension, that good or service is going to cost more money because people have to get paid. That's good. Proofreading is important. I know when I first started my novel, I thought every quote had to be on a separate line. So I know there's going to be a lot of formatting changes and a lot of taking out they said or they spoke or they stated, taking out a lot of that stuff for the first few chapters. And when I realized that I was doing that wrong and that I could skip a lot of that, there was part of me that really, really wanted to go back and start working on re-editing the first few chapters, but I was like, wait a minute. If I do that, I'm not going to make forward progress. I'm not going to be moving forward, and I'm just going to get bogged down. I'm going to get burnt out, and I'm just going to get exhausted. So I had to take that mental step to say, you know what? Going to focus, going to finish the first draft, and then I'll edit it first. Is there a particular reason you had to have everything in the past tense? Is that like are your stories being told as some kind of a storyteller telling it as a legend or something? Hmm. Oh, okay. I'm not super familiar with fantasy, so I'm not aware of that. Now that's got me wondering if mine is gonna have to change all of my tenses. Now, like, there's so many things about English that like you don't like, at least I don't really think about as a native speaker of English, that when people ask me about it, about like present participle, past tense, about what words do and don't go together in a sentence, so much of it's just instinctive for me that like helping my roommate's kid out with her homework, and she's talking about when it's a K versus when it's a CK in a word, and I'm just like, that just depends on the word. But then she's like, yeah, there's this rule that it's only when it's followed or leading into certain vowels that it's all a K versus a CK. And me, I'm like, here, my 34-year-old self, like, I don't remember there being a rule. I thought it was per word that you had to learn it. Yeah, that's also very true about English. Like, so apparently, according to the rules my roommate's kid was taught in school, like if a if the K sound is in front of an E or an I, then it's a C or a CK or something, or like and when we got to the word king, she was like, oh, that should be a C, and I'm like, nope, that's a K, and she's like, then why doesn't it follow the rule? And I'm like, I didn't even know there was a rule. Because I'm pretty sure it has to do with wherever we originally got the word from. Yeah. Anyway, back to yawning again. I'm probably gonna, as soon as stream is over, I'm probably gonna get myself something to eat, start working on the next section of my character building Sapphire's character building course that I am now enrolled in. I've done my writing, done some game design. I want to work, so part of my goal is to work on all three things: the writing, the game design, and the character creation course, at least a little bit every day. That's my goal for now, to try to keep things moving, because I'm worried that if I drop one off, I'm just never going to finish it. It's just going to fall out the back of my brain and it's never going to get done. But I have to be careful, because if I push myself too hard and I try getting too many things done, I'm just going to get burned out, and then none of it's getting done. Yeah, burnout can be really rough. And I'm hoping that the character design course can be kind of the glue that holds these two projects together as I'm trying to get them all done, because designing characters is going to be important for both my novel and for game design, albeit for the first game there's not really gonna be a whole lot of character design. Because it's going to be really simplistic. But the actual game that oh my gosh, I'm yawning. Oh my goodness gravy. The actual game, the second game, is going to be very heavy on character design, and that's going to be very important. It's weird because I slept most of the day, so I shouldn't know. So I really shouldn't still be this tired. I know I was up late last night because last night I watched Critical Role, and then I did writing after Critical Role. Like I was, oh my gosh, when I was watching Critical Role last night, I got so exhausted. There was one point in which I actually was like half asleep, dozing off, listening to the episode. It was so hilarious. But it was one of those things where like you pass out for just a second, but then you wake up jolted awake and you're wide awake afterwards. Anybody else get that, or is that just me? Or is that just me? Okay. I won't spoil anything. It's been quite the ride. So my journey with Critical Role is kind of funny. Since I've been involved in D&D, I have obviously heard about Critical Role, heard about, you know, how amazing Matt Mercer is as a DM, all that stuff. I've heard and I've seen clips and scenes and stuff from Critical Role for years. Um, and like a couple of years ago, I tried to start Critical Role from season one, from campaign one, episode one. Um, and it was just really hard because I have such a limited attention span for doing things because of my ADHD, that like I was just falling asleep. I was dozing off because I was trying so hard to stay awake and to stay focused, and I was just burning myself. I was just exhausting myself from it. So I got a partway through, and it was still very interesting. Also, didn't help that I was doing it as part of. I was listening to it as a podcast, so I didn't have that visual medium to engage me and to draw me in. I find that now, where I watch Critical Role whenever it airs, and I'm in a live chat with people on this one YouTuber's Discord, not my Discord, somebody else's Discord. I'm in there and we're all chatting as the episode is happening. Having people to be talking to as it's happening and being able to yes, at the time it's all that we had. Yeah. It's all you had. And that's oh, hey Nekomaji, we got a bunch done. We got one map completed. We started working on another map. We linked the maps together. There was a lot of work done on the maps, Nekomaji. Were you busy? I saw you kind of disappeared. Yeah. Having a community to interact with while I'm watching Critical Role really helps me watch it. Oh yeah, you did mention having to go to the store, Nekomaji. I do remember that, but that was so long ago. I thought you'd come back by now. Yeah. Yeah, I do watch Critical Role. And so uh a few it feels like I think it was like a few months ago, they had that special limited series, Exandria Unlimited Calamity, which told the story of this big event from the past of Critical Role. And I was like, okay, here's a mini series where I just have to watch, because I started watching partway through the second episode. And I was like, okay, I just got to go back and rewatch the first episode of the mini series, then watch the rest of the second one, and then for the third and fourth episode, I'll be caught up. These are new characters. I don't have to know a whole lot of history. I can just watch. And I was so drawn in. And I was so drawn in and enthralled with it. It was exciting and interesting and emotional. It was heart-wrenching. It was all that stuff that Critical Role is. And then I'm like, well, what happens now? So I'm like, well, there's no way I'm going to catch up on all of Critical Role season 1 and 2. But I started watching a lot of those like 5 or 10 minute videos that people do to like do the review of the episode. So I was trying to push through those to try to watch all of the things for Critical Role campaign 3 to be ready when campaign 3 started back up again. But then there's the YouTuber that one of the YouTubers I follow or subscribe to or whatever. She put out a video that was like, here's uh which like here's everything you need to know. Yes, recaps are fun. Here's everything you need to know if you're picking up Critical Role at the Calamity and you need to know all of Campaign 3's story from here to now. Here's one long video to get you caught up. And I watched that, and that was really cool. And since then, I've been watching as it came out. And it's just been this big, yeah, definitely agreed, Nekomaji. It's that the recaps are fun. It's just been this adventure. Earlier today, because the people I live with, they have Amazon Prime, and so the kids were out of the house, nobody was at the house, so I thought I'd watch the first episode of Vox Machina, because people told me like that tells the story of the first arc of season 1 of campaign 1. So I thought, this is the one that got everything super popular, let me watch it. And so like Critical Role is already not like a kid-friendly show. Like they cuss, they make sexual innuendos, all that stuff. But I was not ready for how gruesome they were going to be describing things, for how gruesome they were going to be showing things, and for how very adult it was with How many episodes is The Legend of Vox Machina? Well, I don't always think about it because in D&D you can describe as much or as little as you want. And normally, like, I as a DM will hand wave over a lot of the super gruesome stuff just because I've DM'd for people in the past that just weren't comfortable with all of that extreme detail. So seeing what's his name, Sam Riegel's character Scanlan being the first chunk of their campaign. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking about the animated thing. Like, it's one thing whenever you make sexual references, but it's another thing when there's straight up a sexual act happening on screen covered by a single sheet. Yeah, it's very graphic and I wasn't ready for it, and it just like I wasn't super comfortable watching it on the main TV in the living room of somebody of a house with kids in it. Like, there weren't any kids in the house at the time, but it's just this weird thing. It's like an AOE aura effect of knowing that kids live in that house makes me feel uncomfortable watching certain things on the TV, even if there are no kids home. Does that make any sense? It also didn't help that, like, I didn't know when they were coming back. I thought they were coming back at any time. And I didn't want the episode to be in the middle of some graphic scene and the kids come home and come bursting through the door and then I'm racing to turn it off the screen. But it seemed interesting. I got a general idea of what was happening. Yeah, because in the house I live in, there's an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. Anyway, thanks for coming along on this adventure with me. It was a little bit like it was a bit of a slow start. Yes, there is that one scene, and you know, Nekomaji, that that one scene is going to be when people walk in the room. It's going to be that one scene, and you're like, no, you don't understand. It's a cooking show. It's about cooking. Their clothes are flying off. Yes, exactly, Nekomaji. That exact meme. And I just didn't want to invite that into my situation because I didn't know how many scenes were going to be like that moving forward. Okay. So Goldfish, you're saying if I want to watch one of the past campaigns to learn more about the world and stuff, I should watch campaign 2? Because that's when this stuff really picked up. But that is an important distinction between something being an actual product that is designed to be consumed in a form of entertainment and it being just cameras in front of your game. Yeah, because in the first campaign, weren't they like partway through the campaign and then they were like, hey, let's put cameras in front of it and see if people watch it? And so they decided to put cameras in front of them playing, and they were already partway through an adventure. Pathfinder and then converted to 5e because it recently came out officially. Ah, yeah, I remember there was some kind of like stuff because they were trying to homebrew a gunslinger or something for what's his name, Percy, right? And he thought, imagine Konosuba and watching Konosuba in a big room, and then when one of the few darkness moments pop up, exactly. Exactly. You don't want family members to walk into the middle of one of the darkness scenes. So it's funny you mentioned Pathfinder because like with the announcement of the start of the play tests for 1D&D, I saw a few people, I wasn't looking for them. So the fact that I saw more than one person doing this when I wasn't looking for any of them was still kind of frustrating. But what people were criticizing the 1D&D playtest exclusively because it wasn't Pathfinder 2nd edition. Like, people were just like, every single thing they talked about in their reviews, they're like, well, Pathfinder 2e just does this better. I'm like, okay, if I wanted to play Pathfinder 2e, I would go play Pathfinder 2e. The part of me wonders, because I've never actually played an official gunslinger in 5e. Yes, exactly, Goldfish. But I've never played the official release of the Gunslinger in 5e, but I know it did get an official release, but part of me wonders how much the official release of the Gunslinger was influenced by Matt Mercer's homebrew Gunslinger for Percy. Yes. Well, the thing is, you do that for any game system, and it's just going to get obnoxious and annoying and frustrating. Like, I mean, it's the same thing whenever you see people saying, hey, D&D 5e is So the official release of the Gunslinger is essentially what got ported over and became the official release. Alright, well, let's start winding down. We ended up talking for longer than I'd intended. It's funny when you get going and you can just keep talking for a while. Like when you get going with some people, it just feels like you can talk forever. Yes, rants and tangents are fun. I'm like 90% sure there's an official release of the Gunslinger. So I remember I had an app that tracked the different official releases, and I'm like 90% sure there's an official release of the Gunslinger because I remember them playtesting it. But yeah, there's always lots to talk about, and it's interesting because like you talk to some people, and like you can't go more than like 10 or 20 minutes and the conversation just becomes dead. And you're just dragging and you're trying to find an excuse to end the conversation, end the call, and get away. Yes, I summon gun, Nekomaji. But then with other people, like, you could just sit there and talk for hours. Like, so when I talk to my roommate, when he and I talk, part of me is just always looking for a way to get out of the conversation because talking to him just annoys me because he's so out of touch with reality. And he's like the definition of a Hexblade time traveler who discovers magnum revolvers. But then I have another friend who's one of the players in my Lancer game who's also runs a Lancer game that I play in. And whenever I'm talking to her on like a voice chat, we can end up sitting in the voice chat. Sometimes we'll just be silently listening to having music playing on the voice chat while we're both doing our own thing or going off on tangents and getting distracted. And we'll just both be doing our own thing for like hours on end, and time will just fly. You ever have friends like that where like you can both just be silently doing your own thing in the same space and it still feels like time well spent together, you know? Yes, that's definitely the good stuff. Jeez, I said I was going to do my outro and exit, but I just got distracted. Ah, that's definitely the good stuff, Goldfish. Yes, it'd just be the Arifureta anime, where a character is all edge. I haven't actually seen Arifureta, but I've seen a roast of it, where someone was just breaking down all the things wrong with it in a hilarious and entertaining fashion. Anyway, I want to tell you all that I love each and every one of you, and I believe in all of you. I believe in your infinite potential and your ability to do great things and accomplish your goals. I'd like to publicly thank Okusen/Jalen for, I don't know what name to call them by, for donating in order to enable me to get RPG Maker MV. They get executive producer credit on any games I produce. I want to say thank you to Goldfish, Nekomaji, Silva. Oh, so I know we had some other people who were coming in chat. We had... I could have swore there was at least one other person that was talking. Yeah, Rolling King. Thank you, Rolling King, for chatting. Yeah. Thank you to all of you for coming, and for anyone else, anyone who watches the VOD, or anyone else who comes along. Oh my gosh, Nekomaji, that sounds hilarious. And I want to tell you all that I think you all are precious, valuable, and important. I think that each and every one of you makes this world better just by being in it, and I am grateful to live in a world with you in it. I think we all bring something unique and powerful to the table of every activity we participate in, and that one of the greatest things for each one of us is to find out what that special thing is that we bring to the table. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and always remember the motto, shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always, always, always stop to enjoy the memes. Also, if you want to be kept up to date with what I'm doing, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ding the notification bell, and follow me on Twitch and Discord. Links for Twitch and Discord are both in the description. And if you ever feel motivated to donate to improve my life or to improve the content of the stream, feel free to do so. There is links for those in the description as well. Thank you all for coming on this RPG Maker stream. Next stream is going to be Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm not sure. I might just do a regular writing stream then, just to wind things down a little bit, because I wanna have some variety, because I'm kind of a variety streamer, you know, kind of sort of weird kind of way, even though I do the same thing for a long time. We'll see what happens. I'll post notifications about it on Discord or on Twitter. Have a good night.